5 in the morning, pop shells for a living and berry gon' smell blood trail every minute roadway. When you niggas no fair, when I hit him every time I see him big, I don't hesitate to kill him. Ain't nobody give a fuck about a rule. Even get diplomas of a tool, I'm cool. My youngest no fool when I'm playing this cage. You fuckers fucking gang affiliated with nothing but my name, man. I don't give a fuck up, motherfucker, yo. I'm a pull up with that stick it, hit your motherfucking toe, man. I don't give a fuck about a motherfucking toe. I'm a pull up with that stick it, hit your motherfucking toe, yeah. People be starving. And people be killing for food with that quick and that's only the rich motherfuckers. They stay eating good, dropping wish, living good. Hold his thick locks, but you been a bitch. Suck a thick cock, fucking grip walk, hit a strip like in Bangkok. Never ever see me ever trip, but I live right. See me on the TV screaming, bitch, you with that pride. And you know, motherfucker.
Hola. Yo que voy a ir aprendiendo inglés. ¿Qué pasa, chavales? Pues bueno, ante todo, disculpad porque tengo una cara de muerto que no puedo conmigo. Que estoy sin dormir desde ayer. Y nada, hoy vamos a tener una charlita que creo que es bastante interesante, como hace 2 días, en la que vamos a tener, por supuesto, de España a Pinto Hookah.
Te voy a poner a Pinto. Hola, chicos.
A Pinto Hookah.
Como antiguo, cuando era Pinto a secas.
Vamos a tener también de España, de Madrid, a Jesús de Fagón. Un Google le sale.
Buenas noches.
Toma el móvil.
Directamente de Brasil, que ya es parte del canal Goofy to Apple, Gabriel G. Sakamoto.
Hola, chavales, ¿cómo estás?
Y directamente de Estados Unidos, que es que acaba de entrar ahora mismo, George, de Regal.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
Hello, George, how are you?
What's up?
Y directamente de California también, que acaba de llegar ahora mismo. Hola.
Hello.
Omar de Alpaca.
Hello. Fine.
Hello, Omar, how are you?
Good.
Nice to
Nada,
see you, George.
Good morning.
Claro, es que allí son las 2 de la tarde. Vamos a tener una charlita así sobre las marcas que llevan ellos, que son Regal y Alpaca. Una marca bastante grande. Y nada.
Me voy fuera porque no escucho a George.
Vale,
Yeah,
espérate.
I'm using headphones.
Un momento, Jesús. ¿Ya lo escuchan?
George, say something, please.
Okay, can you hear me? Hello?
No.
Hello?
No.
Check. 1, 2, 3.
One moment. One moment. ¿Ahora?
Okay, check. 1, 2.
Ahora no lo oigo yo.
Es que soy una máquina. ¿Qué estáis
Ahora
fumando?
yo no lo oigo,
Estoy traduciendo, Pinto.
Ya, pero Pinto no
No
escucha.
oigo a George. I can hear
Que
you.
no oye. Joder. ¿Ahora?
George, can you say something? I don't know if I hear you.
Check. 1, 2, 3.
No,
Hello?
no le oigo. I don't hear.
¿Ahora?
Hello?
George?
Hello?
Hi?
Hello?
No.
Ahora.
Yeah, now I hear you. Perfect.
Okay, good. Maybe I need to speak louder.
No, it's probably
Dile,
not the so don't worry.
decirle básicamente que no tengo ni papa de inglés y que va a ser una charla que hablen de sus productos y que están fumando.
Checho, ¿lo eres tú o yo? Yo, ¿no? Okay, guys, so as you know, Goofy don't speak any English, just with the translate. So I'm gonna be translating everything to the Spanish people. And first of all, we're gonna talk in this live about your brands, your excellent brands. First of all, what are you smoking now? If you're smoking?
Cane Man.
I'm being lazy. I was smoking a puff lazy.
George está vago y está con el pod.
And I just received 2 pallets of Tangiers like 10 minutes ago, and I want to smoke the new Cane Mint, but I'm too lazy to go dig it out. I don't have time.
Okay, y acaba de decir Tangiers y queréis fumar el nuevo Cane Mint, pero está vago y no lo ha hecho.
¿Le podéis decir a Omar que mientras no hable lo voy a silenciar y que cuando vaya a hablar que le dé al botón, que se escucha el aire?
Okay, Omar, we received your wine in the live. So when you are not talking, Goofy gonna mute you. When you want to talk, just press the audio button and you can talk. Okay?
¿Y que está fumando?
And what are you smoking?
You can hear me right now, yes?
No le
Yeah.
digo ahora.
Okay.
Yes,
I
can hear you. Okay.
Yo no le oigo.
I'm smoking cane mint
I can hear you, sí.
with a Regal
Échame ahí,
Hookah
entrame ahí,
here.
a ver.
Here's my little setup. Cane mint Tangiers. I usually smoke cashmere peach cane mint, but I went straight
no
cane
le
mint. I
oigo,
guess
Ufi, no sé
I'm
si me
being
oís vosotros,
lazy
pero
like
yo no le
George
oigo.
today.
One moment. Dentro, fuera, dentro. Dile que hable.
Yeah, Omar?
Omar said something. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
please,
I
yeah,
do.
perfect.
Okay.
No.
Pinto este nada más da problemas.
Yeah, so I'm gonna translate. So,
Yeah.
Omar ha dicho que bueno, él suele fumar Gaming con Cashmere Peach, pero ahora también está como yo, está un poquillo vago y está fumando Gaming solo y está fumando pues con el setup este de con Regal y el
Sí, sí. Y mini rock, ¿no? Bueno, ¿tiene alguna
Saka?
pregunta para
¿Qué
ellos?
fuma
Saka?
Saka?
Saka va a fumar 2 manzanas.
Yeah.
Hombre.
Da guapo.
¿Tiene alguna pregunta para ellos desde Brasil, Saka?
George knows, I think, everything about Brazil. I miss you. Miss you, bro. So it's good to talk with you. But I'd like to talk. I'd like to ask yes, saudades. I'd like to ask Omar if he knows something about our market in Brazil, because some people likes a lot the bowls from Alpaca, and I'd like to know, Omar, do you know something about our market, our brands, tobacco products, everything else?
Totally. Since George and I are pretty close friends, I would say I get the good updates from George, and I also try to keep track of the market on my own through Instagram, Facebook, and the communities. We are working on some ways to get Alpaca into Brazil at the right price. Of course, we don't just want to be rush air shipping it and overcharging the customers. So we've been coming up with a way to get it to the community there at the most competitive price. And once we do that, which shouldn't be too much longer, you should start seeing alpacas popping up in Brazil very shortly.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, I'm gonna translate. So, Saka ha preguntado si sabe que George sí que está al día del mercado brasileño, pero preguntaba a Omar si sabía algo del mercado brasileño y demás, porque allí alpaca es un producto que es muy codiciado y se busca mucho. Y Omar ha respondido que sí, que gracias a George está al día del mercado de allí y que están intentando buscar la manera de que entre alpaca en Brasil al mejor precio posible, sin que haya un sobrecoste de envío y demás, y que dentro de poco espera que empiece a aparecer bastante alpaca por Brasil.
Perfecto. Y en cuanto a una pregunta para los dos, ¿tienen pensado sacar...?
Let me say one thing.
What?
You guys listening? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay, so the problem too with Omar right now with every product in Brazil is the exchange rate. It's over 5 real to $1. So it just makes it so cost prohibitive to make it, ship it to Brazil, to pay the taxes and the exchange rate. It's so hard for us right now.
Ahora mismo el dólar está a 5 reales, entonces es prohibitivo poder fabricarlas, enviarlas y demás.
Y una pregunta para los dos. ¿Tienen pensado, bueno, ahora con el problema del coronavirus y eso, en 2021, sacar algo nuevo? Si pueden decir algo y si tienen algo pensado que sea solamente para España.
Okay. So Goofy's asking both of you guys, Omar and George, about if you have, now have the problem of the coronavirus, but if you are thinking about launch something new in 2021 with your brands, and if anything of that is especially for the Spanish market.
In regards to the coronavirus specifically, or just to the Spanish market?
Yeah, Goofy is thinking about now everything is like stopped because the coronavirus, but for the next year, Do you have anything new in worldwide, or
We haven't.
you
We
have
haven't.
anything?
George and I are both still producing and creating. If anything, this has put us into our minds a little bit more to create. So I think it might have slowed down production, but creativity has not stopped at all.
Okay. And are you thinking about anything for the Spanish, especially, or?
Yep. Chichu and I are working on some ideas, and then with Regal, we've been talking about as well creating some interesting things specifically for Spain. And even now, the products that we're shipping of Regal and Alpaca to Spain, a lot of those models you will not see in any other countries.
Perfect. So I'm
Like
going to
Cavalier, the Cavalier, for example, this was potentially, correct me if I'm wrong, George, one of the last productions of the Cavalier, right?
Yeah. So we made the first Cavaliers in 2011, and I never wanted to make them again. The Brazilians asked for them, so I made a limited batch. It was so much handwork because we're sanding by hand every one. I said, this is the first and last time we're going to I made it shorter, the same size as the Queen, so I don't have to make another tube length.
Okay. So
Cavaliers, I don't want to do those again.
Ok, so, vale. Bueno, Omar está comentando que él ahora mismo siguen produciendo y demás, que esperan que se va a ralentizar un poco la producción, pero que la producción se ralentice no quiere decir que la creatividad se ralentice en ningún momento, que están pensando cosas nuevas y que además han estado hablando con Chechu también sobre productos nuevos para el mercado español que no se han visto que no se han visto en ningún otro mercado. Por otro lado, yo también comentaba que Cavalier, el modelo que acaba de enseñar Chechu, enséñalo otra vez si quieres, es una edición limitada que sacaron en 2011, pero luego el mercado brasileño las volvió a solicitar y han vuelto a hacer otra tirada limitada, pero tienen tanto trabajo y tanto lijado y tanto trabajo en ellas que no van a hacerlas más. Entonces están pensando en otros modelos, en otras cosas. So much work, right, George?
Yeah, exactly. And the finish that we did on these ones is high gloss. Each one of these lines here we have to sand by hand. It's you cannot sand it on the machine, so it's not worth it.
Claro, comenta que en las Cavalier cada línea de las que están hechas están lijadas a mano porque no se pueden lijar con la máquina para poder luego darles el barniz con brillo, el high gloss, el barniz con brillo que llevan. Entonces tienen tanto trabajo que es una locura, una bestialidad. Thank you, guys.
En Brasil hubo una cosa muy guapa que se llamaba Tangers Club, en el que estaba Regal, estaba Angels y no estaba Alpaca, porque en ese momento no estaba pegando tan fuerte como está pegando ahora. ¿Vamos a vivir algo relacionado con ART? Pregunta para los tres.
Chechu, si quieres traducirla tú y hablas con ellos, porque así, como es tuyo, pues así lo manejamos.
Okay, so Goofy asked about in Brazil there is something really nice that is 10 years club, and of course in this club, of course there is 10 years and Regal, and he is asking if we will do something like that in Spain. Omar, I know the answer, but I think you are the guy who has to tell this information.
Yeah, we can both coin in, and George can coin in. In general, we're creating a community called the art community throughout the entire world, and Chichu and I are working very closely to we're starting that community in Spain. So this community is going to be directed around Alpaca, Regal, and Tangiers, as we feel that those are the best brands, especially together. They're unstoppable, in my opinion. So we want to create a community that keeps everybody together and understanding how to use these products to the best extent and have access to the newest, best releases of what we have upcoming. There will also be a lot of uh, cool community discounts and club membership merchandise that will only be given to people within these clubs, as well as access to certain hookah lounges internationally that are branded by our club, the art community. So this is the general idea.
Pinto.
No, traduce tú, que has hablado con él. Traduce tú, te toca a ti.
Bueno, pues sí, bueno, lo que estaba diciendo Omar es que, bueno, estamos trabajando en un proyecto conjunto con George, Omar y nosotros aquí en Fagón, en España, en el que vamos a crear una comunidad que se va a llamar ART, que son las siglas de Alpaca, Regal, Tangiers. Y bueno, digamos que es crear esa comunidad en la que, bueno, evidentemente daremos información sobre las tres marcas, crearemos una comunidad en la que va a haber suscripciones, por así decirlo, socios, en la que todos los meses iremos dando merchandising de todas y cada una de las marcas que integran y bueno, pues sobre todo dar productos exclusivos de la comunidad y de las marcas a los socios que estén registrados o sean socios de esta comunidad. Y sobre todo esta comunidad, aparte de... Sí, es a nivel mundial, lo vamos a hacer en España, pero es a nivel mundial. O sea, va a estar en diferentes idiomas, por supuesto. Y lo que te digo, va a haber pues, productos exclusivos para los socios de esta comunidad y después también lo que es aportar el conocimiento conjunto de todos los países. Y nada, y también pues hacer también partícipes de esa comunidad a los ISA Lounge, a las tiendas, a los consumidores y digamos a todas las partes integrantes de la sociedad que les interese este mundillo.
Sakamoto.
Taking what Omar said about this thing about community thing, like relating the good brands and improving the market. George knows a lot about Tanger's Club, that and also he knows that the model called Tanger's Club of Regal was the best, the most excited for Brazilian people. And when Michelle started to make the Tanger's Club, the idea was to make something in US, but of course different in a different way. But it's good to see that you guys are looking for making this to other countries, like other cultures, because Tanger's, we are not working anymore like a club, but it's still like a community. This is the model, Tanger's Club for Brazil. We are not more working like in the main proposal of the boxes of Tanger's Club with the membership cards and everything else, but we still as a real community of Tanger's, and also from US, the excellent US products. So I think it's a great idea to add to other countries, and I think Spain, it's the other country that can make it in a not an easily way, but I think in the best way to improve the brand and the quality of the alpacas and regals and other stuffs, and that's it.
Yeah, to touch on that, I think just immediately I want to get with George. We've kind of had the nascent stages of the conversation, but talking to Michelle about doing some sort of collaboration with these groups, since we're both doing something similar. I like what you're bringing up, and something about I don't know, we'll start the idea and come up with something that works for everybody, because I think you're right, Michelle, he probably has a similar goal and idea with Tangiers Club, and if we can put our minds together and with George, I think it would be a great little group.
If we could come up with the colors or the logo, then I can make a color combination for the club. You know, we could do any color that we want, something special something exclusive.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, I'm gonna translate, okay, guys? So, entonces, Sakamoto, silencia Omar, porfa, Goofy. Sakamoto ha estado hablando un poquito de que la idea esta de art también en Brasil ha estado con el Tangers Club. Michelle, que habéis oído el nombre varias veces, es un poco como la que empezó esa historia allí en Brasil. Han tenido productos exclusivos que ha estado enseñando George, como la amarilla y negra, los llaveros y demás. Entonces comenta que es una idea muy similar. Allí en Brasil no tienen todo el tema este de miembros y demás, pero sí tienen las tarjetas de miembros y eso, pero sí tienen las exclusividades, y la idea de llevarlo a todo el mundo y a España en especial, pues es una idea también muy interesante. Como ha estado también comentando un poquito sobre todo el tema de cómo es el Tangers Club y la idea que tienen ellos detrás para hacer eso, pero a nivel mundial y un poquito más grande. Y George ha estado explicando también que es posible llevar a cabo cualquier color y cualquier combinación para tener productos pues más en exclusiva acerca de esta art community, que está muy guay y están siendo unas cachimbas increíbles. Aquí tanto Chechu como George. They're amazing,
Vale.
George.
Vale, una pregunta, Pinto. Hemos visto que George hizo... que deje de enseñar que me voy a pillar un vuelo, que me digo el coronavirus.
So, George, stop to showing us the product because Goofy gonna take a flight to there, no matter of the coronavirus.
To New York City or to Wuhan?
Dice que a Nueva York o a Wuhan, a la ciudad china.
Hemos visto que hizo una cachimba para una persona de España, creo que es Ferocio, lo han dicho antes. ¡Hostia puta! Que era completamente rellena de dólares. ¿Tiene algo ¿Ha hecho algo en especial así diferente o tiene algo allí?
Okay, so George, we were talking about one Spanish friend of us, Regal Hookah. He has a really nice Regal that is with shredded dollars. Do you have in mind? Do you make in the past anything like that, like a really crazy thing, like the dollar shredded Regal?
Yeah, a pink color.
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking? A pink?
I think he's asking about money, shredded,
yeah.
shredded, the shredded dollars.
Oh yeah. It doesn't look good on a bigger block because it has to be cut so thin to be that when we cut it thin, grass. You know, let me go find the block. It's kind of sad that they don't look that great.
We could do a Spanish, a Euro edition.
Yeah. Yeah. Dice que la de dólares la hizo, pero que el bloque quedó como muy feo, muy burdo, y que nos lo va a enseñar ahora para que veáis que quedó, que es un poco triste. Así quedó. Parte del bloque.
Vale.
Y decía Omar que pueden hacer una con euros también. Aunque ya veis que no, que en realidad debe ser muy difícil porque lo veis cómo está quedando ahí. No queda tan bonita como la pulida que tiene, pero...
Can you show us the new blog that you have with cigars?
Oh yeah. They're with my friend. He's turning them right now. Yeah, that's for our lobbyist, the guy who is working to fight for hookah in California.
Really nice. Está haciendo ahora una con bloques con puros, ¿no? Imagino, Chechu.
Sí.
Que la está haciendo para la gente que está peleando con toda la pelea legal que tiene allí en California con la hookah, con la cachimba, y han hecho una con puros dentro.
Vale, o sea, ya nos ha dado envidia con las cachimbas y yo me fijo en todo. ¿De verdad tiene una estantería llena de tangers?
Sí.
Quiero verla.
Tiene tiene todos los sabores.
Díselo tú, Checho, si quieres.
Venga. ¿Cómo? Tú eres autor.
Okay. So, when you are showing us the Regals, George, Goofy says that he's so envious, he wants everyone, but also he saw, a table or something full of tangers. That's real. He wants to show it.
A table of Tangiers?
Yeah.
Oh, in Brazil?
No,
No,
You see
it
the
just,
walls that.
no, just in front of you. There is a furniture full of Tangiers.
Oh yeah. There's boxes in front of it right now. Hold on.
Están cajas delante de él. Va para allá. Todo eso, chicos, es Tangiers. George,
Yeah.
and you are smoking a pot. That's sad, man. That's
Tiene
really
todos
sad.
los sabores de Tangiers allí. Yo cuando estuve allí fue impresionante.
Yeah.
Smoking a pot is not a good idea.
Después, me han preguntado, yo no lo he visto personalmente, que por lo visto Alpaca ha sacado un nuevo modelo que se llama Huacaya.
So,
¿Puede hablar,
Omar,
puede hablar sobre ella?
yeah, Omar, are you there? Yeah. So Goofy said that he knows about a new model that is named Huacaya or something like that. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, there's the Huyakaya and the Saruk that we created for Zomo in Germany only. So this was a collaboration bowl that we created with Zomo for the German market.
Ok, son dos modelos, Huacaya, algo así, Sirop, que son con Zomo, una colaboración con Zomo para el mercado alemán en exclusión. Goofy.
Vale. Si tuvieran que quedarse con una marca que no sea ni Tangiers, ni Alpaca, ni Regal, ¿con qué se quedarían?
Okay, guys, if you have the necessity of keep one brand that is not of the art community, not Alpaca, Regal, or Tangiers, which brand do you want to keep forever?
Personally, I smoke by Matt Pear a lot. I like Matt Pear. It's a really good pipe. There's a lot of good brands out there that are innovative and new, not just in hookah, but in the pipes itself. But I mean, there's other tobaccos out there. But any of the tobaccos out there, they just don't satisfy the Tangiers craving. It just doesn't do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, George ha hablado que él fuma mucho de la Master, que le gusta mucho, pero bueno, dentro del mercado de las cachimbas no hay solo la cachimba, el mástil, por así decirlo, y hay otras marcas de tabaco que también están muy bien, pero dice que no te llenan como Tangiers, no tienen la satisfacción que te da Tangiers, por así decirlo. Que es correcto, es totalmente, that's absolutely right. Yeah, Saka.
¿Cazoleta?
Yeah, I'd like to ask you, George, because we never talked about it. Can you tell us the difference between the market in Brazil and Spain? What we have in common, and which are the biggest difference between the markets?
Well, I don't know the market as good as Jesus does in Spain. Omar is my guy to really take my products to Spain, and I work with Tangiers too, so it makes sense to work together in this. But when it comes to Brazil, they love Regals, and because they love Regals, all the forums, everybody talk, and the Spanish were looking at the Brazilian
I can't hear anything. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Goofy, sácale y métele. Yeah, okay, George, keep going.
So the reason why Spain now loves Regals because they were looking at Brazilian market and saying, "Oh, this is cool. We have more market in Spain than we do in Germany or in the UK because of the Brazilian market, because of that." So I don't know how big it is. I can't make any assumptions. Like the German markets, right? They don't want the hookahs with the use a gasket, and so we've never had that much success when we do sell to Germany. But I think the Spanish are more understanding of a traditional pipe. Our design has not changed in 10 years. We haven't modernized anything. That's something that I'm thinking, should I do something or do I just keep doing with what is okay? Because the amount of time and money to do just to fill my orders, just the orders that I have, it's a full-time job. And I already have a full-time job that makes me more money is Tangiers, you know?
Yeah, keep with the gasket is the way to be. Don't worry. I'm gonna translate now. So, Sakamoto ha preguntado a George acerca de las diferencias que él ve desde fuera que tiene en el mercado brasileño y el mercado español, qué diferencias ve y esto. Y George ha comentado que, bueno, que el hombre en que confía, por así decirlo, es Omar, que sí que está más cercano al mercado español. Y comenta que él piensa que Regal en España está creciendo, está haciéndose así de grande porque nosotros vemos el mercado brasileño y en Brasil Regal es gigante, es una de las marcas que todo el mundo quiere y en España creo que también pasa. Comenta que, por ejemplo, en Alemania no ha tenido tanto éxito porque en Alemania no les gustan las cachimbas que van con goma, como las tradicionales, la manera tradicional de hacerlo, que prefieren, como ya sabéis, las roscas y demás. Y él piensa acerca de si... Dime.
Dile que los alemanes no saben fumar.
Bien. Bueno, entonces se dice que a veces le hace pensar si debería modificar para satisfacer, por así decirlo, este mercado alemán o quedarse con la manera que tiene de hacerlo. Como él tiene ya un trabajo a tiempo completo, prácticamente no le da tiempo a llenar todos sus pedidos, considera que hay que quedarse con la manera tradicional. Yo creo que todos aquí estamos de acuerdo que tienen que quedarse con la manera tradicional de ponerle la goma. También creo que da más juego con las bases. So, George, Goofy is saying that the Germans don't know how to smoke properly, so don't worry about it. You should keep it with the gasket. And I have the same opinion. Gasket is the way to be.
Exactamente.
Fagón.
Omar,
Saka.
can you hear us? Yeah?
I can hear you. Yes.
Perfect.
¿Quieren hablar de algo en especial? ¿De algo de su marca? ¿De cómo empezaron? ¿De algo que creen que puede interesar a la gente?
Guys, do you want to talk about your beginnings or anything about your brand that you think that the Spanish people are gonna love to know, or we can keep asking questions or whatever?
I don't know. Ask the people if they want questions about how we started or what's going on. I don't mind answering questions, or we could just continue talking about whatever. It's up to you guys.
Perfect. Que lo que queráis, que pueden resolver preguntas acerca de los inicios, podemos seguir hablando así, contestar preguntas de lo que queramos.
Ahí pone uno que los alemanes no saben fumar, pero tienen mejores tabacos que nosotros.
No, es verdad.
Error. Saka, ¿quiere preguntar algo a Alpaca Bowls o Regal Hookah?
Sí. Omar and George, which countries has a good potential to grow up in the future for the next 2 or 3 years, in your opinion?
I think we're seeing a shift in what countries are starting to connoisseur with hookah. You're starting to see smaller countries and smaller communities really understanding the product differently. I think this coronavirus is actually bringing people together. It's building communities as much as hookah is maybe not linked into the virus itself. I would say we're coming together more as a community, and everybody's starting to converse about the future rather than the past. And so I think we're going to see a lot more people in countries that we've never seen pop into these communities, because at the end of the day, hookah is a social thing. We can all agree that's why we came into this, is partially for the social aspect. So I see what's going on today creating probably a better tomorrow for our community.
Right. George, anything to add, or I translate?
Yeah. So yeah, I think that the current situation at home, most people are on a lockdown, so there's time to sit and reflect on what hookah means to you. It does feel different smoking without a group of people. Sitting at home and smoking, it's not the same as sitting with your friends in the lounge and smoking. So there is something missing because of what we're going through. But on top of that, I think that the market is growing in certain areas like Australia, South Africa. There's some people that are starting to educate themselves on nicer products. Everybody starts out with a Chinese hookah, something cheap, Insta light charcoals, and now as people see that they like it, they're starting to gravitate towards nicer products. So that's what we've seen in Spain over the last 5 years, is that the Spanish market has grown, not just in the size of what they're buying, but in the quality of what they care about. Those people have now translated from into wanting a modern and cooler hookah, and that's because the community, like what we're doing now, is bringing the community together and talking. There's a quick question here from Shisha Central, who asked if I would stock my products in the UK. Omar, I think, has a customer in the UK. We're open for any inquiries. Anybody who wants it, we'd like to set up distribution and have things going better there. But again, the cost to get the products made in the US, shipped to the UK, and the conversion to the euro, it's always more complicated.
So for the UK, we set up a system where we bring it into to Germany, North Germany, and the UK. I set up a little chain of group chats where we can get the products into the UK. We ship them in via pallet, so we save a lot of money that way, and that way it doesn't add very much shipping cost from Germany to the UK as opposed to US to UK.
Okay, I'm going to translate. One moment, please. Yeah, thank you, man. Bueno, han hecho dos preguntas, ¿vale? Lo que ha preguntado Saka es qué países ven ellos que pueden tener más crecimiento o aparecer dentro del mundillo de la cachimba. Entonces, Omar ha traído un tema muy interesante sobre la mesa, que estaba hablando de que, que hay muchos países pequeños en los que están aprendiendo de esta cultura tan bonita que nos une a todos. Y comentaba que el coronavirus, una cosa buena que está trayendo es que la gente está aprendiendo más, está relacionándose más y están mirando hacia el futuro y no tanto hacia el pasado. Eso es algo bueno. Entonces, los países están aprendiendo, por así decirlo, la gente de este mundillo está aprendiendo más sobre nuestro hobby. Y George ha comentado que, por ejemplo, Australia y Sudáfrica están creciendo bastante. Y espera, que me queda en blanco, estoy pensando en inglés. Me queda en blanco, perdóname. Bueno, estaba comentando eso, que por otro lado también, estos países, como por ejemplo en España hace 5 años, empezaron con una cachimba china, unas cachimbas baratas, y van aprendiendo y queriendo comprar cosas, no tanto de más precio, que también, sino de mayor calidad, mayores productos, que todo el mundo también ha comentado, pues la Harima Moon tradicional, que a tanto nos gusta, pero como le he dicho, en cachimbas más modernas y en sus propias palabras más guays, por así decirlo, cooler, más chulas. Entonces, es un poco esa comunidad. Y luego han pasado a responder a la pregunta de Sisa Central sobre el stock de Regal en Inglaterra, que a eso, si os parece, no lo traduzco porque ha preguntado Sisa Central, que es inglés y no tiene mucho sentido. Pero vamos, que Alpaca sí que entra y están empezando, quieren entrar también desde Alemania del Sur y demás. Pero bueno, esa pregunta ya la han traducido para él. Si os interesa, decirme en los comentarios y yo lo traduzco, pero bueno. So George, I think that maybe you can arrive to UK through Fagon, we are in Spain. We are part of the European Union. Maybe it could be easy. I don't know if Chechu want to say something, but
it depends if the EU Brexit actually happens the way it's supposed to happen. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now it's a terrible moment for the UK enthusiasts.
Yeah, but I trust Omar to deal with that stuff. I'm too busy working here to know what's going on in Europe. I care about the market. I care about people getting my product, but Omar's the boss.
George is the man.
Pregúntale que cómo ven ellos el mercado español y brasileño, cómo lo ven ellos desde allí.
Chechu, pregúntales tú, que puedes darles más desde Fagón.
Goofy just asked to both of you, what's your opinion about the Spanish market and Brazilian market? I mean, if
They're different.
Yeah, exactly. The difference or how you see the market in future in both markets.
Okay. Yo pienso que el mercado en España está creciendo más rápido que todos los otros países en el mundo, ¿verdad? Y también, perro, allá en Brasil no tiene mucho feria para comprar ese pipas muy caras, pero probablemente puede comprar más allá en España, pero ahorita el mundo más mejor, más grandota del mundo para Regal es Brasil. ¿Ya me entiendes?
¿Desde cuándo habla español?
Perfecto.
Ese es español de un restaurante.
That was great.
Yeah. Multilingual life. Sakamoto, ¿quieres añadir algo?
Yeah,
¿Quieres
about
something?
I would say in Spanish. Yo creo que la cosa que es más importante tanto en los mercados brasileño que en los mercados español es que tienes una grande intención para los productos que son buenos, como Chechu, como Goofy, Pinto están haciendo, y todos los chicos, para empezar a traer productos nuevos con una gran calidad de otros países. Yo creo que la diferencia es que, por ejemplo, en Brasil, es solamente mi opinión, las cachimbas brasileñas tienen una calidad un poco mejor que las cachimbas que son hechas
Sí.
¿En China?
hechas en España. Sí, ¿vale?
Eso es China.
Pero lo creo que también la diferencia es que España tiene una posibilidad más grande de tener los tabacos de otros países. Brasil es muy distante para conseguir un tabaco de otros países, pero tiene un tabaco que lo creo que es muy, muy popular y tiene un grande amor, una grande pasión, que Tangiers. George sabe que Tangiers en Brasil es muy famoso, muy popular, todo lo quiere, pero algunos chicos quieren probar nuevo tabaco, nuevos sabores, pero yo creo que la diferencia es que tienes en común.
Y también no tenemos suficiente tabaco y las marcas y el voz en pizza. So, tiene mucho más regulación allá en Brasil para lo legal. So, es un problema más. Los países tienen regulación y también estoy luchando con las politicianas aquí por ese cosas.
It's amazing that you speak Spanish. It's great, George. Thank you. You make my work easy.
Una pregunta.
No, bueno.
No worries, you can tell me English.
Hay un bulo, que no sé si será verdad, creo que sí, la historia, de que Tanger se empezó a fabricar para una tetería y luego fue tan demandado que empezó a venderlo. ¿Es cierto? ¿Es verdad?
Okay. So, Goofy, George, do you understand it or I translate?
No me va a entender, loco.
Translate.
Okay,
for Omar and me.
Yeah.
I got it somewhat.
Yeah.
So the question is that the difference is about the markets.
Yes.
No, but this last question about Tangiers.
Oh, I canceled out for a second. Sorry. Go for it.
Yeah, but if you want to answer the previous question, you can do it. Don't worry.
I agree.
No, la que está en pantalla, Pinto, la que está en pantalla.
Okay, Omar, if you want, you can ask the question that is in the screen. Will you make more traditional bowls, like Turkish bowls?
Yeah, we did create one. We created a out of a different clay, a darker clay. We created a version that was a lower heat, a lower heat model, if you will. You'll start seeing it pop up in maybe 2 weeks. You'll see it flying around.
Ok, en 2 semanas sí que han hecho un modelo más tradicional con una arcilla más oscura y que gestiona el calor un poco más bajo, un poco de forma distinta, y en 2 semanas aparecerán. I'm gonna translate the question of Goofy first. So Goofy is talking about there is a oaks here in Spain that we told that Tangiers maybe first make the tobacco just for a lunch, and then they start to sell it to the market. That's true or not?
Yeah, he started out with a lounge, right? He made bowls first. So Eric, he invested and before that he made regular bowls before that. And so when I first met him in 2001, 2002, you know, he was making bowls, and then he started making tobacco, and then the lounge. So kind of the tobacco and the lounge were happening similar times, but
Okay.
there was
Yep.
there was a time when you could basically, if you went to the lounge.
Yeah, okay. Silencio un momento, Omar. Ok, George ha comentado la pregunta de Goofy. Dice, y creo que, bueno, sobre todo los del principio lo sabemos, Eric empezó haciendo cazoletas, es el creador del funnel, es el que lo inventó. Él tenía un lunch y también empezó a hacer tabaco para el lunch. Entonces, el tabaco y la tetería suya fueron a la vez, por así decirlo.
And I'd like to ask you both, Omar and George, what was the idea to create the brand names? George told me the history about Regal, but I'd like to know. I'd like to talk for the Spanish people, and also Omar, because I went to Peru once a time, and I got in touch with Alpaca, so I'd like to, I'd like to know about the idea to create the names.
Yeah, so Alpaca was created mostly because most of the companies that I create, I guess I like animals. I've grown up loving animals to a more extreme extent. So I would say most of the companies I create somehow involve an animal. And with the bowls, I wanted to really name it. We started as OG Bowls, and we were going through a name change. And at the time, I found it as an opportunity to come up with something very creative. And with the pun being out there of alpacable, and loving animals at the same time, that's kind of how the name came together. And the ABC inside of every alpaca stamp on the bowl, that just worked out to Alpaca Bowl Company is ABC. So that's kind of how those connect.
Amazing.
You need to say that it's a pun is a joke, and in English you say, "I will pack a bowl." Sounds like people say it quickly. They say alpaca bowl, like I'll pack a bowl, and it sounds like alpaca. That's
Exactly.
the joke.
Exactly.
Pinto,
okay, one moment. Yeah, Goofy.
Antes de que respondan esta pregunta, necesito hacerle una pregunta antes de que se me olvide, y no es pregunta en realidad. Para mí, nunca será King, siempre será Melech.
Okay, so first, Goofy, before you answer the question, Goofy said that for him, they never be a king, they always be a Melech.
For George,
so,
yeah.
And when it comes to Regal's story, and the reason why Jonathan came up with the name for Reeds, because he thought like royal, something nice, something classy. It was a new product. Nobody had done a CNC hookah to that point, you know. So it was just making the quality a little bit better. You know, he came to my warehouse and bought a Syrian pipe. It had wood, and it was a very wide open draw back when I had Hookah Company, and he bought that pipe. He used it for 1 year, and it broke because of low flux soldering. It was made, you know, hollow on the inside. And he says, if I make a pipe, would you want to work with me as distribution and help me do it? So from the very beginning, I said, of course, if you're my friend, if you want to make a pipe, I'm going to sell it and I'm going to help you. So that's how the partnership became.
Okay, I'm going to translate now. Bueno, primero Omar ha hablado de Alpaca. Cuenta que desde pequeño siempre ha crecido rodeado de animales, que tenía muchísimo amor por los animales y en todas las compañías que él ha creado tenían algo que ver con los animales. Entonces, con Alpaca empezó como OG, como OG, que algunos, bueno, creo que Goofy tiene alguna todavía en la tienda. Después, cuando él pudo, por así decirlo, cuando hicieron el rebranding, cuando cambiaron la marca y demás, pasaron al nombre de Alpaca, porque es un animal interesante y además hay un juego de palabras en inglés que es cuando tú dices me voy a, en España mal dicho diríamos voy a paquear una, se dice I will pack a bowl, entonces cuando lo juntas y dices rápido suena Alpaca y le pusieron el nombre, también lo de ABC les queda muy bien. Por otro lado, George comentaba que con Regal cuando comenzaron, al principio Regal le suena algo como Royal, algo de la realeza, de la nobleza. Entonces la marca empezó porque el creador original, por así decirlo, compró a George una Siria que era de madera, la usó durante un año y al año se rompió porque no estaba muy bien terminada y le dijo que querían hacer algo así pero con muy buena calidad, con el tiro amplio y demás, y George se apuntó, dijo que estaría encantado de hacerlo y así comenzó Regal.
And all the names originally were from chess pieces. You know, playing chess.
Todos los nombres originales vienen de las piezas del ajedrez. Yeah.
Y la pregunta de la pantalla, Pinto.
Right, you have the king, the queen, the bishop.
Yeah, sí, es el rey, la reina, el obispo se llama, el alfil. Yep.
Bishop, yeah, and then we still haven't made a pawn, which I made samples of, but we never released it. It's a miniature hookah, like small. I made like 3 years ago, but I never released it because we don't have the rights for the glass here in the United States. The glass for like that fits over for the miniature ones. Yeah. They're owned by Maya Sarai. The hookahs, Maya.
Yeah.
They own the glasses, the intellectual property for those ones from the QT. So I cannot bring the glass for them here.
Ok, dije que hace 3 años iban a hacer otra, que imagino que sería el peón, que era una Regal en miniatura, pero no pudieron hacerlas porque los derechos de las bases esas pequeñas los tiene Mia, que es la base de la Mia QT.
Vale. ¿Y la pregunta de la pantalla?
Okay, can you answer the question in the screen, or if you want, I can read it. Don't worry. How many times do you need to create
how long it takes to make a Regal?
Or Alpaca, yeah.
Alpaca.
It depends if it's.
Go for it, George.
Go ahead. On Regal, it depends on the model. If you're doing epoxy or if you're doing a regular wood, this is going to be a lot faster than this, you know? So with the customs, we can only do a couple a week. But with this, we can machine these out much faster, you know? We could do 1,000 a month if we really wanted to.
Okay.
But our production capacity is small, so we don't make that many. You know, we're not a big company. We're a small company of boutique pipes.
Okay. Omar?
I would say similar answer. The regular line of Alpaca bowls will take between 3 weeks, 3 weeks to a month from start to finish on a batch of bowls. If we're putting 18 karat gold on them, then it's another 3 to 4 days of production. If we're doing a custom stamp or custom colors, that's another step in production. So it's about three weeks at the minimum, up to 6 weeks to 2 months for serious collaborations.
Per order.
Ya, George comenta que Regal depende de los modelos normales o los epoxi. Las epoxi van mucho más lentas y pueden hacer 2 a la semana más o menos. De las otras podría llegar a ser 1000 al mes, pero son una fábrica pequeña, entonces de cachimbas más selectas, de boutique, que comenta él. Entonces no hacen tantas, pero bueno, más o menos eso, entre dos, lo que he comentado. Por otro lado, Omar dice que el mínimo son 3 semanas, entre 3 y 4 semanas, las modelos normales. Las que tienen oro son un par de días más, y luego las ediciones exclusivas con colores exclusivos y con sellos exclusivos se pueden alargar otra semana más o menos. O sea que entre 3 semanas y 6 semanas para realizar las alpacas, dependiendo del modelo. George, I also have a knife, but it's not a butterfly knife.
Sí.
Que tiene ahí, está jugando con el mariposa.
Sí, Goofy.
¿Alguna palabra para ello? ¿Alguna pregunta?
Let me see. About the old days, Omar and George. You guys miss the old days? And also, can you guys compare the old days to the currency situation about hookahs, of course?
First, Omar, I think no, because George is eating, so.
Yeah, so I would say I don't miss the past. I try to really look into the future when it comes to these kind of thoughts, but I do appreciate the past, and I do miss the simplicity of the past. But I would say as we move forward, you're able to find out what people you really want to work with, and you can create a lot more with those people once you've figured that out. So I would say the future actually is looking more optimistic.
Un momento, Pito. Dile que voy a salir, voy a administrar todo eso y voy a contestar al Instagram, que me está bombardeando. Y va a entrar Nobu, que habla inglés, que también tiene preguntas para ello, ¿vale?
Okay, so Goofy gonna leave the chat, but he's gonna be background and also answering the chat and making the questions in the screen. But Novus, one of our friends that lives in UK, gonna enter the chat because he knows English also, so it's gonna be easy. Okay, guys.
See you, Goofy.
Sí.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, George, did you want to ask a question of Sakamoto?
Hello, guys.
Hello. Welcome. So, as far as the question between the past and the present, I've been doing this for 2 decades, so about 20 years now, and I remember the excitement of the market was different, and the excitement today, even though I feel it's more of a people our age group in their late 20s and 30s, I think that's where we're at. But I think that the appreciation for the nicer stuff is fantastic about the future. And the competition now between the new manufacturers and the old stuff, it's sad. It makes me sad to see the traditional brands like Khalid Mamoun and Mehdi Zidane, those guys to be gone. It makes me very sad to see Syria. Syrian pipes were so good. I love Syria, and Syria doesn't used to. You know, I used to bring pipes from Syria. I miss those guys. You know, it's interesting to see the world change and world politics having the effect that it has on the market. But the stuff coming out of Russia, the stuff coming out of Brazil and the USA, it makes me happy that the Don is reborn in new countries with new demographics, and it makes me optimistic and very, very proud of the hookah industry for staying alive for so long.
But I agree with George. I think that is part of the past that we're missing, is the origination of hookah being able to create. And because of these changes, we do see a lack of Syrian pipes and Turkish, etc. I agree with that.
Okay. Entonces, bueno, Omar comenta que lo que más echa menos del pasado es la sencillez de la época, pero que, como ha dicho también antes, está más centrado en el futuro, que el futuro es bastante ilusionante. Y por otro lado, George comentaba que ahora mismo lo que le entristece es la falta de cachimbas, por ejemplo, de Siria, que Siria ni siquiera existe, o marcas como Khalil Mamoon, que han prácticamente desaparecido del mercado allí o han bajado la calidad. Pero por otro lado, también lo comentaba Omar, el presente y el futuro es muy emocionante. Encuentras gente con la que quieres trabajar y vas a trabajar de una manera mejor y se pueden conseguir cosas, la gente va aprendiendo y es fantástico. Por otro lado, se cortaba un poco George, pero bueno. Un aviso también, Saca que entiende español, Chechu y Mario. Tenemos que tener cuidado porque si no, nos vamos a poner todos a hablar en inglés todo el rato, ¿vale? Lo único, porque sé que no puede pasar.
Sí, lo entiendo.
Okay. So guys, I just warning because like Novus also speak English, so we need to try to everything translate to Spanish for the people that are seeing us, because maybe we can talk in English only, and that's going to be a problem for the people in the chat.
Okay, yo hablo en español.
No, we talk in English. We need to translate, so don't worry. Yeah, I know, Omar, that you like flamenco. Remember?
I like what?
Flamenco.
Yes.
Flamenco, the dancing.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah. Last time in Spain, I booked a flamenco show for him. So.
Omar can speak Arabic for us too.
Que yo tengo unas cuantas preguntas. Si, salvo que haya algunas, si no, voy.
Dale, que vas a entrar.
So I'm gonna go a little bit emotional with this one. Well, first of all, I'm Mario, and to be honest,
What is the question?
Hold on.
No,
so to be honest, I don't have Regal right now because the epoxy ones, but it's a very expensive hookah, so I haven't seen the one yet. But on the other hand, George, I'm following you. I know, but that's not the one. So I'm following you in the Facebook groups. I've seen you fighting against all these government regulations you have over there. I really love what you're doing because I know that from Spain, it might seem like it's too far away from us, but at some point, this might happen to us as well. So I think we are learning a lot with the work you are doing. So my question is about this topic. How do you feel? What do you think is going to happen in the future?
Somebody talking right now?
Yeah, it's Novus. So, you don't hear Novus?
I'm not typing.
No.
So the question, you want to translate in Spanish the question first?
Yes. So, vale, le he preguntado que yo sigo mucho los grupos.
Omar no oye a Novus.
Sácame y méteme otra. Can you hear me now, Omar?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Perfect.
Okay. Let me say it in Spanish first, and then I can summary the question for you. Vale, pues la pregunta que le he hecho es eso, que yo sigo mucho los grupos de Facebook americanos y he visto la labor que está haciendo George para, no sé, luchar contra los derechos de la cachimba, porque allí, para el que no lo sepa, relacionan el mundo de la cachimba con el vapor y al vapor le están metiendo mucha caña, pero al estar en el mismo grupo, pues le está afectando también a la cachimba. Entonces le he preguntado qué opina que va a pasar con esto. So, yeah, the question was about all these government regulations you are fighting in.
The answer is that yes, it's coming to the EU as well. So it's gonna come, and it's already here. You know, we're fighting hard in California, but we're also fighting other states and on the federal level for the federal government. So, you know, I co-founded Hookah Chamber of Commerce here to attempt to fight back, and we are making some wins. And that's the only hope that we have, is that this is a very rich cultural tradition from people that come from the Middle East, Eastern Asian countries, from India, Persia, Turkey, Egypt, Morocco, Syria. You know, these cultures matter, and so the politicians understand that this isn't just smoking like a cigarette or smoking like a vaping product. What we're fighting for is the cultural preservation and the rights of immigrants in our countries to have their own cultural identity. And that is the single strongest argument that we have. I mean, you can argue about businesses and taxes and your rights, but they don't care about that as much as they care about protecting people's cultural traditions. And so that's what's going to have to be made for in Brussels when the EU brings their regulation on flavored tobacco, which it's bound to happen. The coronavirus has given us a vacation. So I have a vacation from all this fighting right now. It's the only good thing that we really have. So, but with regards to what I see for the rest of the world, I mean, you look at countries with very strict regulations. Australia, you know, it's Canada. It's so hard to get hookah tobacco in those countries, and that's the way the world is going. So if we don't stand together and fight together, we will lose. We will lose everything.
Vale, voy a traducir un poco lo que ha dicho.
Tú que has preguntado tú.
Sí, te quito trabajo. Que, a ver, que, bueno, para el que no lo sepa, George forma parte de Hookah Chamber, que es un grupo que, por así digamos, lucha legalmente por los derechos de la cachimba. O sea, tienen abogados y demás. Y bueno, me ha dicho que han ganado algunas batallas, pero que todavía está la cosa difícil. Además, ya no solo está afectando a California, está llegando a otros estados. Incluso a Europa también está empezando a llegar cosas como lo que está pasando en Alemania. Y bueno, a ver, suena mal decir gracias que al coronavirus les están dejando como le he dicho, un periodo de vacaciones porque ahora está todo el mundo liado con eso, entonces por ahora está la cosa calmada, pero es una lucha constante que intentan básicamente eso, proteger la cultura de la cachimba y dejar claro que eso no es fumar un cigarro, que es algo social y cultural de muchos inmigrantes que hay allí. Sí, básicamente es eso.
Okay. Saka, are you seeing anything with all the mist that you have there?
Sorry?
¿Ves algo? ¿Ves algo con toda la niebla, todo el humo?
Okay. No, ¿se escuchó?
No, el humo.
Ah, sí, la fumaza. Sí, mucho.
Sí. Yeah, okay. So here, Goofy is asking about, guys, you can think, can you think it is possible to make any live with Eric of that? Yes, because we know that he don't like social media. I think it's not possible, but no, right?
No, not
That's
at all.
not gonna happen.
No, not at all.
Le preguntaba Goofy en el chat si era posible hacer algún directo con Eric de Tangiers porque no le gustan las redes sociales y evidentemente han dicho que no.
If you've seen the Tangiers Tavern, these videos Eric is making, but he doesn't, you know, so he cares about the community. He cares about everybody's rights to smoke hookah and everybody's experience smoking hookah. Not just Tangiers, he cares about everybody's rights to smoke hookah. So he's there, but he's not gonna put his face to everybody. Just
Yeah, I think that they have a video with John that he saw his face, maybe some packing like years ago video, but I don't know.
when he was using his voice like a weird voice, the Southerner. I don't think he showed his face, but yeah, I mean, his face is out there. But usually it's not by his choice.
Yeah, okay. Dice que tienen varios vídeos en Tavern o así, en los que hablan con él, pero no se le ve la cara, no le ponen cara. Okay.
Para Omar. Omar, if Alpaca joined the Brazilian market, do you have idea to create something special for our market?
100%. Whenever we start working into a market, we take it very seriously, and we do work with the community to see what tobaccos they're smoking, what models are best to bring in for those tobaccos, and creating some sort of collaborative changes per that market. So definitely, yes.
Yeah, and another for George, because it's my personal question, and I think some guys want to know when Regal gonna release hose, Regal hose. When?
You know, the problem is that I have more orders than I can make. Always. Since the
Yes, I
beginning
know.
of Regal, I always have more orders than I can make. You think about it, we didn't make a tray for the first 6-7 years. So we're always slow to release the items people want. People want a hose, they want a diffuser, they want a glass, they want new trays, they want accessories, mouth tips, they want all these different things. With one time, but I would probably, if I make a design that should contract it out, I couldn't make them and do it with my limited time.
And I have one suggestion because I know you are, as you said, you are so busy. You have more that you are able to produce. And about accessories, do you think in future, if you have more time, to produce any heat management system in collaboration with Alpaca Bowl?
A Regal HMD?
Yeah.
There's another one to add to that list. It will go hose is my number one priority, and then a glass, and then a diffuser, and then mouth tip, and now you want to add HMD. So that's the list in my priority in my mind.
Mario, traduce de momento porque yo no estaba y
Sí. Bueno, Sakamoto ha preguntado dos cosas. Una, que si van a preparar algo especial para Brasil. Esto era para Omar, con Alpaca, le ha dicho que sí, que tan pronto como entre le gustaría hacer algo especial para allí. Y después la otra, Sakamoto le ha preguntado si a George si en algún momento piensan sacar una manguera de Regal. George ha dicho que el problema que tienen es que la demanda es más alta que la producción. Entonces siempre están liados pues restocando las Regal. Por lo que a él no le importaría, pero ahora mismo no tiene tiempo. Y de hecho, si hace un buen diseño y le gusta, pues obviamente lo sacará en el futuro.
Ya. Ponme un momento, Ufi. Ponnos a todos, que quiero hacer una cosa.
Hola, Chechu.
Hola.
¿Estás solo?
Sí, contesta eso si quieres, pero George, I think that I remember back in the early days of Regal, you launched it with the elephant hose. That's right.
Yeah. Because I had a lot of these hoses. They were Syrian hoses. I missed them, yeah. And we also made it. It's just for fun, but we never made like a lot. So the elephant hoses were from Syria, and the rest of the stuff were just kind of side projects. Let's see if I still have one.
Ok. Le he dicho que yo recuerdo que cuando empezó Regal, al principio del todo, vendían las Regal con unas mangueras sirias que se llaman Elephant, que son tienen mucho diámetro cerca de la boquilla y van estrechándose. Y me ha comentado que sí, que al principio sí, pero que ya no tienen. Y mira, que ahí tiene una. Yeah, the elephant one.
The elephant one.
But you don't see it, right?
I have our other. No, just for memories.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Remember that one has them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the ones. I'm like a dinosaur, so I remember almost everything. Yeah.
Yeah. You're an elephant memory. Elephant mind.
Yeah, an elephant hose. Omar, do you have a question right there for Miguel Cuesta? What do you think about the clays from Spain? Do you try it?
I haven't smoked with them regularly, but I think some of them are pretty decent. Not bad.
Okay. Dice que no las usa habitualmente, pero que algunas son bastante buenas, que no son nada malas. Chechu, di la pregunta del carbón si quieres. ¿Una colaboración de carbón con ellos? ¿Están pensándose?
Sí, a ver. Bueno, esto es uno de los proyectos, uno de los tantos proyectos que tenemos en un futuro. Y esto es un producto que va a entrar en el mercado, digamos, a corto plazo. En el momento que esté ya creada la comunidad de Art Community, se va a hacer una colaboración King Coco Tangiers. Vamos a hacer el formato flat para Tangiers. Y es un formato, pues eso, que va a estar disponible aquí en España. Y también se está hablando para llevarlo a Brasil.
Ahora traduceselo a ellos.
Yeah. In the chat, we're asking about if there is any collaboration in future of the charcoal, and I reply that we have so many projects in future, and we have also one. I also have one collaboration with King Coco.
Sorry.
King Coco, will produce a flat shape in collaboration with Tangiers, because we consider that this kind of shape is good to smoke Tangiers, and yeah, it's gonna be one of the collaboration in future in their community.
Yeah. Fecha, precio y detalle de Tangiers, nicotina y formato. Qué pregunta nueva, ¿eh? Esa pregunta no salió nunca, ¿eh?
A ver, el precio con el que se quiere entrar Tangiers en Europa y más en concreto en España va a ser los 35 euros el formato de 250 gramos. Fecha va a ser para verano. En principio sí que vamos en fecha, pero en principio, ya te digo, va a ser la entrada en verano. Y el tema de la nicotina va a entrar directamente desde Estados Unidos, desde la fábrica de Tangiers, y no se va a tocar nada del tabaco porque el porcentaje de nicotina que tiene Tangiers está dentro de los límites legales que tiene la ley europea.
So, as you probably all know, that Tangiers makes a coal from Japan. So this one, but what they're gonna come out with a new model. It's a better formula and it's bigger, so it should last longer. So this will be here by summertime, I think.
¿Lo traducís o lo traduzco?
Dale.
Que están con una fórmula nueva que va a durar más y que estará lanzada para
no escucho, Pinto.
Yo sí.
Porque más... Porque muy gracioso. Ok, ¿me oyes ahora? Can you hear me, guys? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes,
Sí.
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Saka, do you have any question or?
Yo tengo más.
To talk about?
Sí,
Okay.
queréis.
Mario, vamos.
So I had a couple of questions more. Both of them are kind of answered by yours before, because one of them was if your demand is higher than the production, but does this happen the same with Alpaca?
Yeah.
So you feel like you don't need a warehouse at all, right?
I need more of a shipping center, not a warehouse.
Yeah.
You know, for us with the coronavirus, I'm glad I do everything from the barn because I don't have to pay for a big warehouse, you know, and the regulation on everything, it's a lot of work to do everything, you know, so I don't want to take more expense. And that's why we don't market that hard, because I don't need marketing. People is like, oh, you know, give me a pipe. I have a YouTube channel. I'm going to make advertisement for you. I don't need advertisement. I need more pipes.
So, and another question was kind of answered as well, but this is for you, George. I know you changed the stems, you changed the tray. Now you have the chrome tray, but you never touched the chamber. Have you ever think about like changing, I don't know, the purge to do like a vertical purge, or I give you this idea for free, like a purge from the chrome, something like that.
Mario, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up, Mario.
Well, I never want to make something that somebody already does, right?
Okay.
So in Brazil they have umbrella hookah. It purged from under the tray. I wouldn't want to ever copy anything. So I have not changed the design from Regal for over 10 years. Like we first made the prototypes in 2009. So I don't think that we haven't. So yes, the market has moved. The market is very cool. But if I did any changes, I would probably keep Regal line and then make a Regal modern hookah, something more different if I was going to do that. But again, time and money and energy, it's very difficult to do that.
Yeah. Also, if you have a really nice product, why you don't need anything to change. You have a really excellent product. So
Que te calle, Pinto.
Mario, shut up, and that's it.
Yeah, but I still think like when it comes to the U.S. market, nothing has changed much. You have like B2 doing some cool new stuff, but other than that, we haven't had anything exciting coming from the U.S. So I think that we're going to be getting left behind. We'll be left behind if we do not come out with some new products and something exciting. So that's my only real motivation to change and do something is to progress the industry forward and to make everybody be more competitive to do things. When Regal came out, the only pipe more expensive was Medusa.
Yeah.
And now Regal is like the beginner hookah for most like entry level connoisseurs, right? A lot of people spending a lot more money on other pipes that are cool, but I think if we as Americans, if we don't change the market every few years, you're gonna become old.
Yeah.
Ok, voy a traducir. Y ves cómo tiene razón, Pinto, gilipollas. A ver, le he preguntado que... Bueno, le he hecho dos preguntas. Una es si la demanda es más alta que la producción a ambos. Y la respuesta ha sido que sí. Que de hecho no necesitan como un almacén, lo que necesitan son más centros de envío, por así decirlo. Y después la otra pregunta era... ¿Cómo?
Que también se os ha comentado que mucha gente le llega diciendo, mándame una cachimba, le hago la publicidad.
Sí.
Dice, no necesito publicidad, no, lo que necesito son más cachimbas.
Sí, sí. Bueno, y en relación a eso también le he preguntado que han cambiado los mástiles, o sea, la forma del mástil, han cambiado el plato, pero nunca han cambiado la cámara. Y le he preguntado que si en algún momento se lo ha planteado y me ha dicho que no, porque no quiere copiar a otras marcas del mercado, pero que si lo hiciera lo haría como bajo el nombre de otra marca, o sea, como un renombre. Y dice que no lo ve mal por el hecho de que si no actualizan pueden quedarse atrás, que es lo que él ha dicho, que todos hace otras cosas y tal, pero que al fin y al cabo es algo que me recuerda a lo que dijo John el otro día, que la gente pide productos americanos innovadores.
Claro, dice que para hacer cosas como la umbrella de Brasil, que ya está hecha, pues no entra. ¿Saca?
Sí.
Taking what Miguel asked about Amplify expanding the company. Of course, you guys have plans to expanding, to grow up for sure, to get more balls and also get more pipes. But you guys thinking about it? What's your opinion? Expanding the company, the production, it can change the way that you guys like to work, because when company gets bigger, a lot of things change. That's it's common for everybody. But you guys thinking that might change the way that you guys like to work, like looking for each pipe, for each ball, and checking the quality, like stuff
I would say that between, I think George and myself do it similar. We're constantly increasing production. But for us, an increase in production, maybe 2 to 3% a month of an increase. We're not doubling or tripling our production at any point. So we do grow organically as we hire new people or train new artists to make our products. We are growing, but the demand is growing always much quicker than our supply. So we're able to semi keep up, and we also want to keep up, like George said, with changes in the market. I want to come out with new colors for my bowls and new designs and new clays that we use. George wants to use different woods and designs and whatnot. So we kind of balance production with creativity.
As well as time, energy, and money, and to invest so much more into hiring more people and making more products. There's a point of where does it really benefit if you're paying, you'd have to pay like managers to manage more employees, something I cannot do myself. I'm not good at management, and to hire that person would probably take all the extra profit from making more pipes.
Mario, ¿traduces o traduce Chechu?
No, Mario.
Bueno.
Pues ya está.
A ver, Sakamoto, bueno, ha preguntado la pregunta que habéis puesto por ahí, que, bueno, él ha dicho que entiende que no queráis incrementar a la gente porque ellos trabajan de una manera y a lo mejor al meter más gente, pues ya no es su manera, a lo mejor no se puede perder calidad, lo que sea. Y George ha dicho que sí, más o menos por ahí van los tiros. O sea, tanto Omar como George tienen la misma manera de trabajar. Son productos artesanos, son hechos a mano, o sea, no es poner una máquina y dejarla a correr. Y el incrementar el personal conlleva que a lo mejor George tiene que contratar a otro manager, que es lo que está haciendo él, porque él ya no lo puede abarcar todo. Y ahí pueden empezar también problemas, ¿o no? Pero bueno, creo que es una pregunta que, ¿sabes? Que cuando un proceso no es automatizado es difícil de responder.
Sí, de todas maneras, Omar comenta que sí, está constantemente haciendo crecer la producción, pero a unos niveles que puede controlar.
Claro, claro.
And you guys, have you ever received a proposal for a businessman outside hookah market to grow, to increase the company in a huge way, in a big way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many times.
And
But
what do you guys think about it?
I don't think this is a very tough. We make very handcrafted products. So as you said earlier, if you're going to increase like that, you're going to double, triple production. You will see a change in quality. You will see inconsistencies. You will see it will lose the artistic touch of our products. Every one of our products is touched by it's created, finished, handcrafted from start to finish. So if you were to try to double or triple that, it would require machines and getting humans out of it.
Yeah, the same thing goes for me. I have a hard time letting go of the control to make sure the pipes are good. If I train somebody to trust them to do quality control and increase production. As far as your question as like an investor from somebody outside the hookah industry, most of the people that want to invest know the hookah industry and know my name, so they want to invest in that. But outside it, the people are afraid to invest in tobacco-related products or age-restricted products because of the regulation and the stigma. People say, "Oh, you're a businessman." Yeah, I do some small business, and they go, "Oh, good, I love small business. What do you do?" "Oh, I make pipes for smoking." "Oh, tobacco? Oh, terrible. You're the devil. You should never make tobacco." Like, they look at you like now you are a piece of trash, So there's a stigma involved with smoking products, for sure.
Te toca, Pinto.
Vale, perfecto. Bueno, Saka ha completado un poco la pregunta y les ha preguntado si algún empresario de fuera del sector les ha intentado contactar, y han comentado los que sí, que muchas veces. Omar ha vuelto a referirse acerca de digamos, el valor artístico del producto. Es un producto que ellos hacen a mano, está hecho a mano, tiene un valor artístico del principio al final. Entonces, que alguien que entre de fuera, que conozca más o menos el sector, pues no puede ser bueno. Por otro lado, George ha dicho que no suele pasar, los empresarios suelen conocer la marca, conocerle por el nombre, entonces quieren hacerles crecer en ese aspecto. Y por otro lado, también un tema bastante interesante, ha comentado acerca del estigma que tiene las cachimbas. Dicen, ellos empresarios, dicen, sí, tengo un negocio acerca de humo, de smoke. Dicen, es genial, ¿y en qué te dedicas? Y cuando dice que es del tabaco, dicen que es el demonio, que es terrorífico, que muy mal, porque tiene un estigma todo este mundillo, sobre todo por allá. Entonces, eso es lo que han comentado más o menos.
Perfecto.
Yeah. Cesar Jucaesp is asking about what your favorite model of each of your brands. You know, your Regal and your Alpaca favorite.
For me, go ahead, Omar.
I would say the Predator or the Mini Rook are my favorite Alpaca models, and the Prince and the Queen, I would say, are my two favorite Regal models.
Yeah, Omar's always been a Prince type of person, but I always used to say Prince is great for on top of your table. A King is better for the floor because you're not going to kick it over. And any model in between, it can, like a Queen or a Bishop, you can put it on top of a table. It's not too tall. You can put it on the floor, and it's not so small someone's going to step onto it, you know? So
an Alpaca?
No, for Alpaca, I like the Goodfella Bull. So that's one of my go-tos. Yeah, the other bulls, the Suri and the Rook, Mini Rook, and the Predator are too small for me. But I'm blessed. I have a lot of tobacco.
Yeah. I like really much the Bishop one. I love that model.
Me too.
Yeah, it's like you are with good taste.
I like the Queen. I like the Queen more. Esa no hace falta traducirla, ¿no? ¿O sí?
Son todos modelos. Yo creo que no.
¿Para ustedes, Chechu?
A Chechu le gusta Formulation.
Te quiero, Pinto.
Pero bueno, a mí los modelos que más me molan es la Rock y Prince.
Yeah. Also, in Fagon, back a year ago, they broke my Rook, my special Rook that Omar gave to me. So yeah. They are really shitty person.
Yeah, I gave you another one, though, yeah?
Goofy, avísame para que me despida, ¿vale? Escríbemelo lo que sea por WhatsApp. Okay, thank you.
Yo.
Thank you. Ya, ok. Bueno, me voy a ir, chicos, que va a entrar Goofy para despedir el directo. Ha sido un placer estar con vosotros y con ellos. Ha sido fantástico, así que me voy para que él despida. So, guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna leave because Goofy needs to enter and quit the live. So it's been a huge pleasure. I think that we're gonna meet together in person in a near future. So see you there. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Inshallah, mucho gusto.
Y no deja de despedirse, Ufi.
Hola, no hacía falta.
George, we have our board thing, no?
At 4.
Okay.
Half hour.
Cool.
Yo para despedir el directo, traduce ahora, Mario. Quiero recalcar que, por ejemplo, es un placer tener a Omar y George en el directo. Igual que tuvimos a Jucayón y tuvimos a Jake. Que muchas gracias. Que para quien no lo sepa, yo creo que Omar y yo llevamos hablando como 6 años aproximadamente. Y que es un tío enorme. Con George he hablado menos, porque no he tenido el placer de vender sus productos. Ha sido Sheshu, aunque también he hablado algo. Y que cuando quieran están invitados de nuevo. Que muchas gracias por hacer la comunidad más legal, por así decirlo, por hacer una bonita comunidad, por tener unos productos de calidad y que están invitados cuando quieran.
El gusto es mío.
Yeah, I think you got it right, more or less.
Yeah, pero ya, no sabemos por muchos años, igual que Omar, pero somos familia, somos una comunidad juntos.
Thank you, George.
Traduce Mario.
Que no, que dice que se ha enterado más o menos.
Ah, vale. Pues nada, eso, que muchas gracias, que están invitados cuando quieran, que volveremos a hablar pronto y que ojalá llegue pronto. ¿Cómo? ¿Eso qué?
What was that, George?
Oh, there's somebody's asking. It says Mini Queen. I was like, this is Mini Queen. This is a regular Queen. This is Mini Queen. The guy says.
Tienes de Brasil.
Anyway.
Tienes de Brasil.
Y nada, si queréis decir la última palabra.
So yeah, it's been a pleasure for all of us. For sure, you are more than invited to Spain or even in London, because I'm living in London now. And yeah, thanks for having me here as well. Hope to see you in person anytime soon.
Yeah.
Inshallah, Habibi. Inshallah.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
And also
We got.
Go ahead.
Everybody needs to stay safe, and when this is all over, we'll get back to normal travel and hanging out. I can't wait to smoke with you guys in Spain one day.
Yeah, exactly. This is something that I would like to add, because after all this kind of coronavirus time, as soon as our community is built already, we will make like a lot of events in Spain, in different cities, just to promote the community and promote these three brands that are inside of this community. So as soon as we made these events, Omar is gonna come, and also George. Could be nice and a pleasure to get you here. And I can't wait to this coronavirus is gone, to start making this kind of events and give the opportunity to the people to know you in person.
Vale, solo quiero que le traduzca esto, Fagón, Jesús.
Sí.
Y que responda tú también con un sí o un no. No quiero que digan nada. ¿Tienen alguna sorpresa sobre sus marcas que no hayan dicho en el directo? Y tú contándote a ti también.
Okay, Goofy asked the last question, and if you, I don't know if you can reply or not, but he's asking if you have any surprise about your products that you don't talk about it in this streaming.
Yes. I can't show you any ideas that we have because people copy so quickly that by the time I make it, someone already in China has made it.
Perfecto.
Yeah,
Bueno, sí, ha dicho básicamente que sí, pero que no puede enseñarlo porque que puede.
Pero Chechu, di lo que tú has dicho, tío, de los eventos, lo has dicho en inglés. Y yo soy interesante para la gente.
Ah, vale. Bueno, yo he dicho que después del tiempo, cuando ya termine todo el tiempo del coronavirus, que vamos a hacer muchos eventos con la comunidad de Arts y bueno, cuando todo termine y hagamos todos los eventos que van a venir también a España para que la gente tenga la oportunidad también de conocerles en persona.
¿Y Saka?
Yes, I'd like to say that it's such a pleasure to have you guys here. George, it's a friend that I met in the hookah business. So I miss you, bro. I hope to see you soon in Brazil. Last time we didn't have so much time to talk and hang out, but thank you so much for your time. And Omar, I hope to see you in Brazil. Not only Omar, but of course Alpaca balls in Brazil. Anything that you need, you have my help. I can help you because George is such a. If you are a brother like family, George, I know that you are such a good guy. So thanks a lot also for your time. It's such a pleasure to have you guys, and that's it. Come to Brazil.
Thank you so much. I think this is very important for us to be doing more of these. You guys did a great job. And I just want to ensure that even with coronavirus not allowing us to do events, all of us are constantly talking to come up with great ways to keep the community together. So we're very excited to work more with the Spanish community. Thank you guys.
And anybody who wants to come to, anybody in the group want to come to California, I'll take you to dinner. It's always fun. And Sakamoto has been, you know, such a good person for the industry, and I care about you so much. And I wish we had more time together. But come to California. You could stay with me.
Yeah, my wallpaper, it's a view from San Diego.
Yeah, I see that. It's, why aren't you here?
I need to be here. I need to be there.
Yeah. 友達の一番の好き。私のうちの食べにの来なさい。わかりますか？
ありがとうございます。
はい。
Ya me perdió Usu.
Jesús, dile que si quiere, voy a cortar directo, pero que si quiere no se salgan para despedirnos, hablar entre nosotros.
Vamos a hablar un
Y
poquito
hablamos-
más de 10 minutos. ¿Tienes que
Sí,
hacer
pero
algo?
si quiere-
No, pero tiene una reunión en 20 minutos, ¿eh? Entendido antes.
Ah, vale. Pues voy a cortar directo si quieres y hablamos 5 minutos nosotros. Cosas que no
Vale.
podemos hablar en privado. Así que nada, chavales, muchas gracias por estar en directo. Espero que os haya gustado. Que no...
Pero decir una cosa.
Sí, por
Sí.
supuesto.
Solo una cosa rápida. Yo estoy feliz que Rubén Contreras pregunta si yo soy japonés, porque la gran mayoría pregunta si yo soy chino.
Sí, chino.
Estoy feliz. Gracias, Rubén. Se puede, va a seguir el Instagram, también en YouTube. Muchas gracias. Solo hizo.
Por favor, seguidlo porque es enorme. Así que nada, chavales. Nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo. Espero que el siguiente os guste más, que también van a venir con novedades de otros países. He visto que la verdad que estáis bastante en el directo y eso se agradece. Así que nada, nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo o el siguiente directo. Y espero que os guste más que este, que está complicado.